got in. And look, if he would have done that, Snipedown's only looking at the other guy, I think, right? Yeah, Snipedown's looking at kill switch still. So right now, he could actually gotten screwed over by just Snipedown. Actually, dude, it's crazy how much it matters to take different routes than your teammates. Like, and especially the sneaky ones. Like, if your teammate's gonna be straight up and just, oh, I'm gonna hop in blue lift and make a noise, and you know, like, you don't follow behind him. That's stupid. Instead, you take the different route, and obviously, you can take the sneaky one, and you don't. And Joey doesn't, and because he doesn't, he's not gonna get this kill on sniping that he actually could have. Like I said, right now, instead of Joey being mid-air right there, he actually could be porting top gold, and he's shooting Eric right now. And instead, he's gonna get naded. We'll see how this works out for him. That's pretty fortunate to get him, for him to get that kill. Pretty surprised. Who's this? Is this guy missing? Jesus Christ, man. No, I'm not saying blindly charge the portal. Like, but if you know that your teammate's gonna make, you know, an obvious, like, move up a landing, and it's gonna make that noise, and, you know, cause that distraction, then, like, you should be accommodating and make a push for bottom gold port to cause a different angle. Like, why would you just port behind him and just get naded again, you know? It doesn't make much sense. Yeah, also, by the way, like, people who are watching, like, I'm constantly checking the chat, so, like, feel free to ask any questions, like, even if they're just, like, random questions, like, feel free, I'll answer. Let's see, so right here again. Right here, he sees Luke pushing top middle, and he follows with him. Like, he should be pushing street. Like, when you have a guy pushing top middle, like, you always accommodate with street. It's the bread and butter of Zealot. It's common sense. My blog, I probably actually am going to do it when I go to my dad's, sometime this week. So, I already have, like, all these videos up for this, Wiz Khalifa thing, and then I also need to put up a blog for everything else, I guess, right? But, oh yeah, I saw your text. I might be able to do one. I have to get ready and pack probably around 7, I want to say, yeah, like 6:37, so like in an hour and a half. So, maybe we could do one still. I don't really know about every team in Columbus, so I'm not going to really make predictions. Little stuff I see people do that shouldn't do. Yeah, like right here, like people, certain routes aren't really, you don't necessarily make bad routes unless you're always, like, it's really just, I call it buddy fucking. You're just next to him all the time. You're just constantly, you know, hugging him, and you are causing a problem because in this game it's all about angles. There's sprint, you know? Anyone can run away from anything, so you need to take all the angles possible. And a lot of people just think you should, you know, jam up. Like, obviously, you know, when there's one person in front of you, yeah, you jam up and you double team the guy. But for the majority of the time in the game, you want to take different angles, especially when you're making a push like this. And right here is a prime example of it. Luke's pushing top middle. Watch what happens. Look what happens. There's a guy right on red landing. So now, let's see, does Luke see him? Yeah, so Luke sees him making this push. And that's why Luke now decides, alright, screw it. He's sprinting top middle. I'm just going to go small bridge. Now, if Luke didn't see this guy sprint top middle, and Joey was actually coming landing, Luke would have gone, let's see what would happen. Would have gone top middle. Yeah, and look, he could have actually had him by surprise. Instead, I don't know what sensitivity he plays. Halo Reach it's alright right now. There could be some better game types and stuff, but it's still a good time. But obviously, as you guys can see, like, because he screws his teammate, like, as in, like, he doesn't take a different route, all you gotta do is go, simply just one bridge, like, Luke could have gone bridge right here, and distracted that guy red landing. Simultaneously, Joey could have seen Luke go, and then said, alright, I'm gonna man up, and just come over here, and then, you know, flank this guy in the street. And you could have double teamed him and taken over top gold. So, I play 4 sensitivity boxer. I'm teaming with Violent, Mimic, and Batman. No, I got dropped off Dynasty. It's straight. But, anyways, so obviously right there, just another simple mistake. Could have taken over top gold. Yeah, no problem. Alright, even right here, dude, he's just like, why are you zoomed in, like, and spamming? He's just missing, spamming, like, just chill out. Like, I can't believe, oh, thank God he didn't get that. You know, like, and right here now you see 2 of your teammates underneath. Why are you still looking at your teammate? What are you doing? Like, it's 48, 42. Like, you have 2 deaths to give, and you're just gonna sit with your teammate under the base. It's not a good idea. I actually would have pushed the main ramp. When you're in this heightened situation, as soon as you miss, what you want to do is take this, this is a really big note, by the way. So, like, right here, like, let's say this is the beginning of the game, and this happens, like, you miss 1, you miss 2, and he hits 2 on you. Right there, if it's, you know, beginning of the game, middle of the game still even, you know, you might challenge a little bit. Right here, this is like, get the hell out. You need to leave. It's 48-42. You cannot go no shields. So, instead he challenges a little bit too long. Just grabs grenade launcher. Someone else on our team does. Now, as what I said earlier, right here, I pointed out that there's these 2 guys down here. Right here, I would have just instantly turned around and sprinted main ramp. And now what you see what could have happened there is grenade launcher is up already. So he could have already been there he could already been ring 3 right now. Going top middle with grenade launcher around here. Making a move. And another huge thing right here is using ring 3 or using main 1 to get to bottom middle with the grenade launcher, because if you can get there, it's just you just have a lot of options with it. So now instead he picks it up a little bit late. His teammate dies, and both of his teammates die. And so I mean, there's definitely a bunch of times that he could have stayed alive. He did good, but he definitely didn't do as well as he could have done. So. But he played well. Now I'm gonna do the biggest mistake from new players. The biggest mistake I see from new players. Trying to think. Probably just chasing, I guess. A lot of people chase, especially in, like, Sanctuary Rocks. You see people chase, like, I don't know, people get frustrated. Like, the one thing you gotta remember, like, that I also teach my students a lot is just keep on yourself with self-discipline. Like, imagine doing, anything in your life, just, a strict, regiment, Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Yeah, Tom, let me call you back in 2 seconds. Alright. You gotta keep to, like, a strict regiment and, strict self-discipline. in this game, to be successful. If you're always going to take those, 50-50 chances, or those the odds that are not in your favor, you're not going to come out on top all the time. You can sometimes, outskill your way out of shitty situations, but you can't do it all the time. Doing good with the sniper on a big map, I guess just really 10x, and always try and stay on a ground that's similar to your enemies. If he's on a flat ground, then he's going to be strafing in a flat line. If he's on a ramp, then you want to be on a ramp too. Just because you can use the textures and I guess really just the landscape to your advantage, and with strafing rather than some other stuff. You should sometimes spam if you can get away with it. A lot of people just do a quick 2, then maybe a 1, and then another quick 2, or there's tons of combinations. It really all depends on the range you're at, but if you can get away with spamming, yeah, do it. But I wouldn't advise it all the time because it's not guaranteed. For strafing, I would just say that it depends on your sensitivity, really. If you play on 3 or lower, you actually got to match or strafe to your teammates because your sensitivity is pretty low. But if you play on anything higher or 4 or higher, then you can actually freely mess around with different strafes. You don't have to